Release the Kraken!
Welcome back, fellow game designers. In this one, we're going to go ahead and make the background for our inventory and our inventory slots. So in the previous one, we made our blocks, and we also made some icons to kind of go into our inventory. Now we're going to make the slots and the background. If we look at Minecraft's inventory, you can see here we have this gray like background piece that has this bevel on the edge, and you have these blocks here in the middle that kind of sink in that also have a bevel that goes inward. So what we're going to do is the same thing. Let's jump in to Photoshop here. Let's do a create new. So right click create new, or file create new, or you can do Control N. That gets you to the same place. And I know for the background that I want, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 3. So if we assume each one of our squares is about 100 by 100, I know we did 512 by 512 for the icon, but we're actually going to have the square 100 by 100, and we'll shrink it down. So if we do 100 by 100, that's going to give us 900 across, give or take a little bit of padding, and then however far down. This looks like it's pretty square up and down. But I'm going to do, I think 900 by 800 is what I'm going to do for mine. So 900, make sure we're in pixels. So 900. And then 800. 72 is good. Background is fine. We'll leave it as white. And then create. So here's our background. I'm going to go ahead and just unlock it right there. Just click the lock button. And right out the gate, I'm going to double click it, come down to bevel and emboss, and there's our bevel and emboss. Hey, look at that. Let's go down to color overlay. I'm going to add in a color. I'm going to set my opacity all the way to 100, and then color overlay. I'm just going to take this down to like a gray. I could probably just steal Minecraft's gray color if I really wanted it, but okay. And if you don't want to have this blend, you can set this to normal, and then that's what it'll be. It'll be like a flat color. But yeah, so there's my gray. For the actual bevel and emboss, let me go to the options for there. I'm going to set this to if we do outer, no, let's do inner bevel. And then I'll do chisel. If you chisel smooth, you'll get these rounded corners. If you do chisel hard, you'll get these really sharp corners. I'm going to leave mine on chisel hard. If you do up, it's going to pop out toward the screen. If you do down, it's going to sink in away from the screen. So I'll leave it as up. The depth is kind of how far out these the in or out comes. Then you'll kind of see if I drag the depth, I'm at 115 right now, so you can see how sharp or how low. So you can see it just increases the shadow on here. So if I go real deep, it's going to be like that. I think 150 is good. And then the size is how big these are. I'm going to go ahead and take the size down so that it's not too crazy. Maybe like 20? No, let's do 10. I think 10 is good for me. Softness is how round these corners are. If you take it all the way down to 0, they're going to be super sharp, which is what I'm going to go for. Maybe I'll add like a 2, just to give it a little bit of something. Hit OK. And this is my Minecraft background. Sorry, I'm going to take the gray down just a little bit. Cool, that's my Minecraft background. So save as, call this inventory background. And I'll also get the PNG for this. Save a copy, PNG. And I'm using a PNG instead of a Targa, just because I like the way PNGs show up on the UMG, but you can use a target. There's no harm in doing so. Just a different format. So hit OK, and then the next one we'll do new, and this one's going to be, I'm going to do 100 by 100. Make sure we're in pixels. Hit create. This will be the actual size of the slot that goes in the position. Again, I'm going to double click it, bevel and emboss. For the color, I'm going to do a darker gray to kind of match the interior of the Minecraft block. Let's go up to bevel and emboss. I'm going to change this from up to down, so we have that. And I'll adjust the size from 10. I think that's good. Or sorry, hold down Alt and zoom in. So there is our space. Looks pretty good. Then do File, Save Copy. And this is going to be the inventory PNG slot. Cool. And I'll save this as well. So File, Save As, Inventory Slot. In case I want to come back and do any changes. Okay, and that will do it for this video. Go ahead and save your work, and I shall see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Misty and I both thank you. If you enjoyed that video you just watched, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, I'm getting into NFTs. Those are big these days. I was thinking about creating my own coin, but we'll get into that at a later date. But NFTs are pretty hot right now. I'm converting my artwork to NFTs. You can see my Rarible page right here. I've only got 4 items, but I'm adding one as they go. They're not cheap to make, so I gotta make them as they go. If you want to support the channel other ways, of course, there's Lame Duck Studios merch, which you can see right here on my Teespring store, as well as Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, I have my books up there under Bruce RF, which is my pen name. Life and Times of Donna Martin, as well as the Guardian's Path of Ascension. You can flip through those and see the reviews, and grab a copy, read it, tell me what you think. It helps me out as an author. It also helps me out as, everything goes back into the stuff that I'm doing. So more content for you. If you want to keep up with me throughout the day, or just kind of see what's going on in life, hit me up on Twitter under BruceRF1. Again, that is my pen name. If you want to see what's going on my blog, RonFlowersJr.me, you can see what I'm writing about, what else is going on in life, difficulties that I have with my projects that I'm working on. A lot of my devlog stuff kind of goes there before it comes here, so it's another way of kind of getting into that. I do also have a Patreon where I release content early if you want to get access to things ahead of time, because most of the stuff that I produce, I do things on Sundays and I post on Wednesdays most often, but it goes to Patreon first, so it's kind of there usually a week or so ahead of time, and then it has a release schedule. So if you want to see things early, go there. Let's see, what else is going on? You can also follow me on Facebook under you can do the Lame Duck Studios Facebook or the Bruce RF Facebook. Both of those are available. And a lot of these links are down in the description, so if you want to just hit those up and just click on them and follow them through, that's another way of getting there. Also, we're at 1,300 subscribers. Woo! We're this close to 10,000. But small milestones first. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers, and then we will continue our road building toward that 10,000 milestone. That is going to be pretty awesome for this channel, my humble channel. So yeah, that's all I have for you on this outro. It's a bit of a long one, but a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, stay tuned, and I shall see you next time.